The Florida Panthers just gave multiple updates on Seth Jones' status, and they made a move with him, as well as Brad Marchand, and that move with Seth Jones allowed an AHL player to get his call up and make his debut in the NHL, and he moved with Noah Gregor. That means Matthew Tkachuk could return any day now. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Panthers Digest. Subscribe down below, help me reach 4,000 subscribers. So dive right into this. Brad Marchand is still listed as out. There's not a whole lot of information circulating out there about, okay, what is the injury exactly? The rumors that I have heard that it was a nagging knee injury. No, it was nothing severe, just some soreness, things like that was keeping him from being able to perform up to par for where he thinks he should be performing, as well as the Cats. That's why he was pulled from Toronto, that game in Toronto. The good news is that he did skate for the first time since being pulled yesterday during the morning skate before the game that they had last night against Ottawa, which was a great game. They played a lot better, and considering all things, that's a big win for them, but a bigger matchup tonight with Buffalo. As for Seth Jones, he was placed on IR. Before I get into the rest of the Panthers news, this video is brought to you by Kalshi. When you download Kalshi by clicking the link below, enter this code DIGESTNHL and you'll get $20 when you trade your first 100. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the United States, and it's so easy to use. You just have to click yes or no to make a trade on real-life events like sports, elections, news, the college football final, NFL playoffs, anything you could think of. And the best part is they're available in all 50 states. If you're in California, Alaska, or right down here in South Florida, they are live. And for sports fans, trade on game outcomes, player performances, playoff chances, all on a regulated market, and you can cash out whenever you want. Guys, I love the Florida Panthers to still win the Atlantic Division because they're going to start getting healthy. I think they're going to go on a roll. Hey, if Buffalo can do what they're doing, the Cats can do it too. So that will be a big cash out for me if I take that. And the NFL playoffs today, we've got the Jaguars and Bills. I think Josh Allen will put the team on his back. They'll get a big W, move on to the next round. Big cash out for me. So guys, this is a genuinely smarter way for you to use your sports and news knowledge. And you can close your positions whenever you want. So download Kalshi in the link in the description below, and don't forget to use this code DIGESTNHL to get your $20 bonus. And I'd like to thank Kalshi for sponsoring this video. It's concerning to me because with him being placed on IR, it opens up a roster spot, and I'll tell you what that led into. I think you guys already know who got called up if you watched the game last night. So with Seth Jones going on IR, this could mean the injury was a little more severe. And that also means there's the potential he could go on LTIR, which means he's going to miss 10 games and 24 days or more. So the difference between the two is this. IR just opens up a roster spot, doesn't give you any cap availability. LTIR opens up the cap availability as well as the roster spot. That only gives us $3.8 million. It does not give us the whole $7 million to spend. So the intriguing thing here would be if he is placed on LTIR, what are the Cats going to do? Stick to what they have? I mean, right now, things seem to be doing... The guys are doing all right defensively with those defensive pairings and how they've maneuvered and moved guys around. It seems to be okay, but I'm going to say we're not going to have a real clear look at how those defensive pairings are doing probably for another few games until they start playing bigger teams that are doing better in the Eastern Conference and the Atlantic Division. Tomorrow night's one of those tests against the Buffalo Sabres, who have just been rolling, guys. But anyways, that move led to this. Sandis Vilmanis. I think that's how you pronounce his name. If I'm wrong with his first name, I apologize. But he got the call up to play his very first game last night. Congratulations to him. A lot of hype surrounding this young man. He was actually very quiet game, but very effective game. I think he played well. Once again, it's just like Jack Devine. He came in, big expectations for him on the ice, didn't have a huge eye-opening performance, was quiet, but still was out there on that third line and made some things happen. He was trying to set up his teammates. You could see he was present out there. Didn't play a ton of minutes, but still, I liked what I saw from him. I think there's a lot of potential for this kid, and I think they're going to try to keep him on that third or fourth line for the next several games until the team can figure out what the heck they're doing right now. And so that's what the IR move for Seth Jones did, was open up that roster spot, allow us to bring a guy up with Marchand being out. So that's pretty much this whole kind of carousel of moving players around, trying to make sure that you're not going to be so shorthanded. Try to give these guys in the AHL a shot, see how they are. They're fresh, they're young, they're going to give a little bit of a different feel on the ice, and they're going to bring it. I think if he plays tomorrow night, which I'm hoping he does, I think he's going to have a much better game. I mean, he tried to get in front of the net several times. He was a little hesitant, like towards the beginning of the game in terms of getting right in front of the net. He was a good 8 or 9 feet away, but kind of like floating around in between the circles. But still, I liked what I saw from him. Noah Gregor was placed on waivers, cleared waivers. He will go back down to the AHL to the Charlotte Checkers. What this means is that money that is now off of our books is paving the way for Matthew Tkachuk's return. They're still going to have to try to find a way to start clearing up some cap space, move guys around. Again, this cap carousel that they're going to have to work on is going to be very challenging. And that's why I was saying, if Jones is placed on LTIR and they want to try to make a trade with the $3.8 million that's left there, they could essentially use the 3.8 with Aleksander Barkov, because they have not used his 3.8 million yet. But again, I am not the GM. It's a very confusing situation for the Cats. Yes, they are over the cap, but they do have cap to use. It's not much. It's a little over $1 million right now. But if Seth Jones is placed on LTIR, that opens up to about a little over $4 million in space that they can use. I don't think they're going to be that aggressive and say, hey, we're going to put him on LTIR, and then he's going to have to wait to come back. He's going to play in the Olympics. I'm pretty sure of that, because if they have not come out and said the extent of the injury and how bad it is, that this is more of just a roster spot move so he can rest. They can bring in a player from the AHL to take a spot wherever else. I think the defensive pairings are working so far, and they have enough guys right now to utilize where I think we'll be okay, especially with Marchand going to come back. Tkachuk is going to start any game now. And that's what I'm saying. This is a big move. I think we're going to start seeing more of these start to happen in the coming months to clear way in the cap so that our team can come back. All these injuries, all these guys are healthy. They'll come back, and we will not have any issues with the salary cap. But it will be there, unfortunately, still with some of the other signings that we had. It's going to be sad to see some of these guys go on waivers, but the Cats don't have a choice. So let's keep rocking here. As far as the game last night, Cats special teams were exactly that. It was the reason why they won the game. They were special. They went 2 of 4 on the power play. They held the Ottawa Senators to 0 goals on the 5 chances that they had on their power play. But look at the block shots again for Ottawa. 14 block shots. Our defensemen need to do a better job. Our guys overall have to do a better job of getting in the lanes. I think one of the things a lot of the worry is on this team is don't get injured. We have enough injuries already that we're dealing with. Let's not have more. So anyways, moving forward on that stuff, great game last night, big win. But moving forward, we face the Buffalo Sabres tomorrow. And right now, Buffalo is 13-1 in their last 14 games, and they are 7-2-2 versus the Atlantic Division. They have been rolling. This is a massive game. The Cats need these 2 points if they're going to try to keep up with that wild card spot. They are currently 3 points out of it. And there's a lot of competition you can see there between Boston, Toronto, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Buffalo. There's a ton of competition. Yes, we're kind of falling out of it in the Atlantic Division, but all we have to do, if Buffalo can go on a 10-game winning streak, lose one, and then go on a 4-game winning streak, the Florida Panthers, a 3-game winning streak, whatever it is, the Florida Panthers can do the exact same thing when they start getting healthy. I think it is very possible. I really have confidence in this team, especially with Tkachuk coming back. As long as Marchand comes back soon, maybe we'll see them at the same time, and we just have this big shot in the arm of energy and confidence with both of these guys hitting the ice at the exact same time. Maybe we see it tomorrow night. I don't know. But to me, that Noah Gregor move tells me that Matthew Tkachuk's return is any game right now. I'm hoping it's tomorrow. I hope Brad Marchand returns tomorrow as well. Again, updates will come as the day goes on, and as the days move forward, as they come, I will try to put out these videos so you guys know what is happening. So just a couple of other things here in terms of the good from last night and the last several probably weeks, I'm going to say, is Verhaeghe had a goal and assist. Ekblad had 2 assists last night. Forsling had a goal and an assist. Man, what a rocket by him. with that slap shot, man, a 90-mile-an-hour one, put it right past the goaltender. Phenomenal. But Verhaeghe's been on a little bit of a cold spell, only 2 goals and assists since December 20th. That is 10 games. As far as Ekblad, he's got 2 goals and 5 assists in his last 10 games, so he's been playing well. Forsling, obviously, is more of a defensive first guy, not really offense. He will fire him at the net, and hopefully, somebody gets a stick on it, takes a deflection, hits the back of the net. As far as Erod, to me, it feels like he's been out there. He's been doing as much as he can. Obviously, he had the goal last night, but I've seen some ugly penalties on him. He's been pretty unhappy about them. As far as Rhino, he's got only a goal and no assists in the last 5 games. Bennett has 3 goals and assists in the last 5, and Lundy has 0 goals and 1 assist. And for those of you still bad-mouthing Sam Miskevich, he's a great player, guys. Don't put him down because he's not putting the puck in the back of the net. He's trying to create chances. They will start hitting the back of the net. I'm sure Paul Maurice and his teammates are saying, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep taking it to the net. Be aggressive. It's going to help us. And it is. He might not be getting the assists. He might be that third man out in terms of the assists, but he's helping his team. That line, he's very critical. He's fast. He's aggressive. He's a very good player, guys. So, anyways, that's it for this episode of Panthers Digest. Hopefully we see Brad Marchand and Matthew Tkachuk take the ice tomorrow night, but that remains to be seen. Any day, though, for Matthew Tkachuk and his return. All these moves are meaning something, and I have full faith in the staff, the front office, everybody, to get this team turned back around and get these losses out of their heads. Let's start getting our footing on this road trip. We've got to start winning against these Eastern Conference teams to have a chance and stick around in the wild card, especially before the Olympic break. So anyways, again, thank you guys so much. I will have another video out for you guys as soon as some news breaks, or a new video tomorrow to kind of talk about what to expect against Buffalo, because, man, they have just been rock solid in the last about month and a half. So enjoy your day, guys. Talk to you later. Go Cats.